I actually wanted to design cars when I was a kid. I got started tattooing. I was an electrical engineer. I was laid off. I went to a tattoo convention. Next thing I know, I served a 2-year apprenticeship, and then I started tattooing here. When I started tattooing, I gave up a career as an electrical engineer, and it took about 3 to 4 years. I remember my dad coming to me, and he's like, you know, I really thought that if you would have asked me, I would have told you were out of your mind. He's like, but you did it differently than I would have done it, but you actually made a success out of your life. So it is a career. It is something that I do on a daily basis. It's something that I do, that I'm well at, or I do well at. And I gave my dad his first tattoo, which started off as a half sleeve. Now he has 2 half sleeves, lower half sleeves. I've tattooed quite a few tattoos on my mom, and you know, my dad's favorite thing is just for Father's Day and his birthday to get tattooed. My artistic influences, one of my major artistic influences is Alphonse Mucha. I really enjoy Victorian style art. I enjoy turn of the century, 1800s. Just high class, snooty people, just because the culture is not like that anymore. And I think it's enjoyable to display that imagery and see that imagery of a time that really showcased, you know, extravagance and elegance, and everything was very, I guess you could say, la-di-da, so to speak. Everybody put on this persona that everything was happy and glorious and gay, and nobody had any problems in the world, but really the time of life was a lot harder than it seemed. It's great that I'm getting the notoriety, and you know, things are changing. You know, I do get to enjoy my family a little bit more, just because of the simple fact that whereas before I was trying to get my name out there, I was working long hours. I was, you know, open to close, just trying to do anything, make every, you know, tattoo 110% to gain that clientele. And now that I have a little bit of notoriety and I have people who seek me out, it makes it a little bit easier to spend some time with the family, but it also puts a higher level of intensity on everything. You know, a lot of people don't see the background of what happens in tattooing when they come in for their tattoo. The drawing's done, the drawing's ready to go, or, you know, I might have a few last little minute details to add into it, but they don't realize that there's 2-3 hours of drawing to go into before that I do behind the scenes, you know. And so, you know, I spend a lot of mornings drawing, and I spend a lot of evenings drawing. I'm maybe spending it with my family, but I have an artboard in front of me, and I'm playing with my little girl and talking with my wife as I'm researching drawings and researching different things that I'm going to do for a tattoo. The expectations of clients have changed in the aspect that when they come into me, they're not looking for a little tiny piece that you know, to represent, you know, their grandmother, a flower or something like that. They're looking at, I want to do a whole sleeve, or I want to do a whole back piece, and I want all of this behind it. I want all of this meaning. I want all of this incorporated into it. And you got to interpret their ideas and make it a piece that when they see it, their jaw drops, and anybody who sees it, their jaw drops, and it's just like, wow, you know, where'd you come up with that idea? So the expectations are a lot higher as far as the level of drawing, and whereas it was one small little tattoo, now it's one huge tattoo with 10 other tattoos inside of it, and you've got to make it all work. Man, the expectations are, you know, I was like, well, this will be relatively easy. I'll be able to go into this, no problem. I very quickly realized that it was probably single-handedly the most difficult thing I've ever had to do, is to learn how to tattoo. I'd do college all over again in comparison to learning how to tattoo. It's never ending. You're always trying to achieve another level, and it's a difficult road. Like your family life isn't a normal family life. You know, I don't work an 8 to 5 job and come home and get to spend the evenings with my family. It's a tough road. It's a tough road to haul. You know, I plan on tattooing as long as I can. You know, I'll know when it's time to stop, but I don't see that in any near future, because I'm still progressing, I'm still learning, I'm still enjoying it. I still just work as hard as I ever did. I think the time to hang it up is when you feel that you've learned enough and you feel that you've done enough, but I don't feel like